This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss one more built-in numeric function of GW basic programming language, which is called INT function. So let's start and discuss. The purpose of this function is that it returns the lowest integer less than or equal to x in case of whole numbers. It returns the same number. So it should be kept in mind that it always return the value of lowest integer. So the format of this function is integer is the keyword, integer is the name of the function, and with enclosed in the parentheses we will pass the argument, which is in the example like x, can be any expression or any value. Now we'll give the example. The example is on line number 10. If we type j equal to integer 3.9999, and then on line number 20 we will type print j, and on line, and if we run this program then the answer will be 3, because in case integer function does not round off the value, so it only gives the lowest integer, and the lowest integer in this case is 3. Because if it gives us the highest integer, then it also round off the value right after the decimal places, so the answer could be 4 if it gives us the highest integer. But since it gives us the lowest integer, so all the decimal values, fractional values right after the decimal are ignored, and only integer on the left hand side before the decimal point is returned as a result, as an output. So let's execute these statements in the idea of GW basic, and let's see how this function is executed and generates us the return the value. So here we are, viewers. We will type on line number 10 j equal to integer 3.9999, and on line number 20 we will type print j, and if you run this program, then the answer is 3. So it always gives us the lowest integer. So let's discuss this program in the text area. So here I'm gonna interpret this program and tell you how these lines are executed. We will type since integer function is a numeric function, actually returns value of the lowest integer, and it ignores the fractional values after the decimal point. So in the above program, integer function ignored all 4 decimal places, that is 99999, and just return the lowest integer value, that is 3. Just before the decimal point on the left hand side. So this is the interpretation of this function. Now I will discuss one more function today, and the function name is SQR function. So let's discuss that function. Function name is SQR, which is also a built-in numeric function, and the purpose is it returns the square root of a positive number x. X must be greater than or equal to 0. The format is SQR parenthesis argument x, where x is greater than equal to 0. So let's give an example of it, and the example is on line number 10. We will type for x equal to 10 to 25. Step 5, line number 20, we will type print x comma SQR x. Line number 30, we will type next x, and when we run this program, the output will be on line since the first value is 10, so the square root of the 10 is 3.16278, and then the square root of 15 is 3.872984. Square root of 20 is 4.472136, and the square root of 25 is 5. So this is the how the after running the program, the output will be like this. It actually returns the square root of a positive integer. So let's switch to the program IDE, where we will execute all this statement, this function SQR on the numeric value. So let's see how it gives and return a value of square root. So here we will write down the program, line number 10. We will type for x equal to 10 to 25. Step 5, line number 20, we will type print x comma SQR x. So this function will return the square root of the x, where x starts from 10 till 25. The initial value of the x is 10, and then the final value is 25, and step 5 is an increment. So 10 will be incremented with 5, 10 after 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 5 is 25. Line number 30, we will type next x, for which is used to close the loop, counter loop. So we'll press the F2 key. So here is the answer, the square root of all 10 values like 10, 15, 20, 25. So let's switch to the text area, where I will explain the whole execution of the program to you guys line by line. So here I will interpret this program. the explanation of this program, and it is first on line 10, for loop, counter loop is used with initial value for variable x as 10 and final value as 25 with an increment of 5, which means that this loop will repeat and increment the value of 10 till 25. So the first value will be 10, and then 15, and then 20, and in the end 25, because the last value is 25. And on line 20, print x is used to display the values of x, and now the new values of x after executing the loop on line 10 will be 10, 15, 20, and 25. So you can see that 10, 15, 20, and 25 of the value x. So this print x is used to return and display the values of the x, which will be 10, 15, 20, and 25. And now we will discuss the SQR function. Right after x, comma, SQR function is used with argument x, which means that this function will now return the square root of the subsequent values of x, like the first square root returned by the function SQR for value 10 is 3.162278, and the square root for value 25 is 5. So this is how this program is executed. Now discuss this, that this x contains the value of 10, 20, 15, 20, 25, whereas there is a comma, and this comma is used to basically give a space between 10 and the square root. And there's a difference between comma and semicolon. If you if we had placed semicolon, then there would be a little space as compared to the comma, because comma gives a big space as compared to the semicolon. Semicolon gives a space of 4 characters, whereas comma gives returns the space of 8 characters. So there's a difference between. So if we had used semicolon over here, then they would have been less space as compared to the comma. So that's all. Thanks for watching. In our next videos, we will discuss more functions, numeric functions of GW basic programming language.